Welcome to Aswan, the land of magic and beauty, where history meets nature. Here, you'll find the majestic Nile River, ancient temples that tell the stories of civilization, and a unique Nubian culture waiting to be explored. Aswan is not just a destination, it's an unforgettable experience. The joy and happiness of the crowds in Aswan are vividly expressed as the curtain is lifted on the statue of Dr. Magdi Yaqub, a symbol of generosity and humanity, and one of the greatest heart surgeons in the world. His scientific and social contributions have transformed the lives of thousands, especially in Aswan, through his medical center, which has become a beacon of hope. Honoring him with a statue in a square named after him in Aswan is a well-deserved recognition of his scientific stature and humanitarian role, ensuring that he remains a source of inspiration for future generations. Aswan is one of the most prominent tourist destinations in Egypt, thanks to its stunning nature and rich history. It is famous for its unique location on the banks of the Nile River, where the beauty of the waters meets the purity of the diverse plants that decorate the islands scattered along its shores. Among its most famous landmarks is the Abu Simbel Temple, which is considered one of the wonders of ancient engineering, an elephantine island, which contains historic temples and rare tombs. Aswan also includes Philae Island with its magnificent temples, as well as museums that highlight Nubian culture, such as the Nubian Museum and the Nile Museum at the African Cultural Center. Noble tombs in Aswan. The noble tombs in Aswan are located on the banks of the Nile River and consist of a group of tombs carved into the rock, dating back to the New Kingdom period of ancient Egypt. These tombs were used for the burial of nobles and high-ranking officials and are adorned with exquisite carvings and colors depicting daily life, festivals, and religious beliefs, offering a valuable insight into ancient Egyptian culture. The tombs are one of the major tourist attractions in Aswan, especially for those interested in ancient Egyptian history and art. Philae Temple. The Philae Temple is located on Philae Island in the Nile River, near Aswan, and is one of the most magnificent temples of ancient Egypt. It was dedicated to the goddess Isis and features remarkable architectural design and intricate carvings that reflect ancient Egyptian mythology. The temple is a major tourist site in Aswan and was relocated in the 1970s to the nearby Ajilkia Island due to the threat of submersion from the construction of the high dam, preserving its legacy for future generations. Discovery of the unfinished obelisk in Aswan. The unfinished obelisk is one of the most significant archaeological discoveries in Aswan, found in a quarry in the region. It is the largest obelisk ever discovered in ancient Egypt and shows how obelisks were carved. The obelisk remains incomplete due to cracks in the stone during the carving process, making it unsuitable for use. This obelisk provides insight into the skill of Aswan workers in producing massive obelisks. Why was the obelisk left unfinished? The unfinished obelisk is an example of how the ancient Egyptians produced large obelisks. They would begin carving them in quarries, but issues like cracks in the stone or difficulty in moving the massive piece of stone could halt progress. In the case of the unfinished obelisk, evidence suggests that cracks that appeared during carving made it impossible to complete, so it was abandoned in the quarry. The Nile Museum at the African Cultural Center in Aswan is a unique museum that showcases the history and culture of the Nile River and its profound impact on the people of Africa, particularly in Egypt. The museum aims to raise awareness about the importance of the Nile as a vital life source for the regions it flows through a variety of exhibits that highlight the history of the river and its different uses throughout the ages. Location and establishment. The Nile Museum is located at the African Cultural Center in Aswan and is part of efforts to spotlight the cultural connections between Egypt and other African countries. It was inaugurated in 1997 and is considered one of the prominent landmarks reflecting African heritage and civilization. Exhibits and themes. The museum includes a wide range of exhibits that highlight the history of the Nile River and its various uses over time. It displays traditional tools and equipment used for irrigation, fishing, and transportation. The exhibits also focus on the close relationship between the Nile River and the people who have lived along its banks, from ancient times to the present. The museum and cultural awareness. The museum is not just about showcasing exhibits, it also serves as a cultural center that promotes environmental and cultural awareness about the importance of the Nile and its protection. Through events, lectures, and various activities, the museum contributes to spreading knowledge about the Nile as one of the world's most important natural resources. The importance of the museum. The Nile Museum is an important source for understanding the historical and natural heritage of Egypt and Africa. It also helps strengthen cultural ties between the Nile Basin countries. The museum attracts many tourists from around the world, as well as those interested in environmental and cultural research. The Nile Museum is a wonderful educational and cultural stop that offers visitors the chance to learn about the vital role the Nile has played in the lives of the African and Egyptian people throughout history. Visitors to the Nile Museum can expect a comprehensive and immersive experience. The exhibits are designed to engage the audience through interactive displays, multimedia presentations, and models that showcase the river's history and its role in agriculture, transportation, and industry, as well as its cultural significance. There are also special exhibits that focus on the various civilizations that thrived along the banks of the Nile, from ancient Egypt to modern African communities. In conclusion, the Nile Museum at the African Cultural Center in Aswan is not only a repository of knowledge but also an important educational and cultural hub. It highlights the significance of the Nile River to the people and nations that depend on it and offers an enriching experience for visitors interested in the river's history and its ongoing legacy as one of the world's most important rivers. You've been with the Enchantress of the South. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more updates.